That thing done. This thing done. Dying of a garlic overlight. Okay, you got to tell me what you ate while I do a deck tech on this fabulous modern deck. Welcome, 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 welcome back to the Mana Symbol channel. Here we are playing a little bit of Temur Reclamation on this beautiful Thursday night, August the 13th, live from Oakville, Ontario. So what are we playing? We are playing possibly the best Wrenn and Six deck, possibly the best Factor Fiction deck, possibly the best Field of the Dead deck in modern. Playing Temur Reclamation. So Reclamation, as we've recently been playing, has been referencing this enchantment. It is a 4 mana enchantment. It's 3 and a green. It says at the end of your end step, untap all lands you control. This gives you a burst of mana at the end of every single turn, allowing you to tap out for powerful threats or powerful proactive cards on your turn and still have all your mana up to counter the spells of your opponent or interact their turn. This is framed, in this case, in a 3-color shell in Modern, the Temur colors of red, blue, and green, with powerful cards like Factor Fiction and Uro, Force of Negation and Remand in order to buy you time, Lightning Bolt to interact with the fast decks, and of course my favorite 2-drop in all of Modern, Wrenn and Six, and my old favorite 2-drop, Snapcaster Mage. This is, of course, my favorite Magic card of all time. It's just not my favorite Magic card of all time in constructed form. So that's got to be Wrenn. So we've got a number of large mana payoffs, a number of good counter spells. We've got the good blue core in Modern, 27 lands to ensure that our growth spirals and our Uros never miss. So we've got a good game to play against the aggressive decks that are currently overrunning Modern, all the different flavors of prowess, along as actual, factual, classic burn. Anyone is curious, we finished off our league with Grixis Wurza as a 2-3 last night. It was kind of close to a 3. Yeah, it's unfucking believable. Alex making reference to Wilderness Reclamation. We'll say 0 play in any format, especially not in Standard. I don't know who said that, but they were demonstrably wrong, as it was just banned in Standard. As was mind-bogglingly Growth Spiral. 1 lander. I don't think we're going to keep this on the draw. We are against a mean fanny pack in round number 1. Mulligan. Don't want to keep that one. Holy yikes. I really feel like I'm supposed to be able to keep one of these, but I need 2 lands, goddammit. 3 lands is fine. So ship 1 land and the Snapcaster Mage. We got Remand to buy some time, Factor Fiction to recoup some card loss, and let's hope that will be. So Lurrus as the companion noble hierarch on turn 1. This is most likely some version of Druid. Devoted Druid combo. We are in fact a Mystic Sanctuary deck, despite the fact that we are also a Field of the Dead deck. We want to diversify our land names while simultaneously trying to land the maximum number of. We can let this resolve because we have a Remand for next turn, although they might be able to play Devoted Druid twice, but they won't have the physique that I tried to. I was going to say that we have incentive both to diversify our lands, but also get as many islands as. Fortunately, it looks like they're going to be able to play through my Remand, but I think I have to do it anyway. Turns out on the draw, on the multi-5, we might die against the turn 3 combo deck. Go figure. Because at this point, even if I hit a lightning bolt, I can't stop them from comboing. Rewards of Diversity. 2 and a white, enchantment. Whenever an opponent casts a multicolor spell, you gain 4 life. What? Why is that an enchantment that I get to play? I don't understand how that's working. Well, They have to have a payoff. Do you have a single payoff in your deck full of payoffs? They do. So with Duskwatch, Recruiter, and Infinite Mana, they can just draw through their entire deck, pick up 4 copies of Walking Ballista, and kill me with either. So unsurprisingly, mull to 5, and on the draw, we die. However, Anger of the Gods and Abrade coming in here. Maybe even Aether Gust. Maybe even Veil of Summer. Flash? Yeah, probably Flames. Let's take out Shark Typhoon, probably Nexus of Fate, probably Expansion Explosion, maybe even Wilderness Rec, because without the Rec, I feel like we don't need as much power Ultra Mana. Caster. Leave the Snap, take out the Forces. I think the only thing we're super invested in doing here is stop them from comboing, and then we can win the game with Uro. We definitely don't need Nexus of Fate. Factor Fiction is still quite useful. I think all we want to do is get an Uro, play and kill. That's my plan, and I'm going with it. My plan is to just unleash the old ones and humans. Who will be free soon, ones. I'll keep that, especially on the play. Get to put our one Ketria Triome into play. Triome into play on turn 1. Remand. Anger. No turn 1 play. Well, that feels. Aether Gust. Also great. Aether Gust is especially great because it means we have a way to counter something. But also, Memory Lapse is a pretty good card. Set him back. I'd rather cycle. Let's drop. Boop. Boing. Second Aether Gust. Love this. My god. Draw is so good. That lapse. That lapse speed. Spiral. Love it. Now we can growth spiral into an Aether Gust. Oh, the value. The value. Oh, feels good, baby. Feels good, baby. 27 land deck, having a little bit of trouble drawing land. Yep, modern. Grab Breeding Pool here because I need as many blue/green lands as I get. Don't love that. They did miss their land drop last turn, so it could be worse. Bobble. Makes sense with their Luris. Crack the bauble targeting moi. Devoted Druid. So I can snap Remand this. I think best. Looking for a for land drop. I mean, I'm looking for love, but a land drop. Oh yeah. Let me tell you something about Remand, mother trucker. I'm gonna put it back in your hand. Ooh, buddy. Alright. Good old Castle Vantress. We've got Flame Slash to kill a Devoted Druid, so they play the Druid again for the third time, and then still have to discard to hand size. Oh, they did pick up an extra. Maybe they get to do something more fun. Devoted. Sure. No follow up. I like that. Draw Factor Fiction. Play first Kraken 4/2. Kraken. Release the Kraken. Boop. What if your Druid died? They feel not good. Excellent. Love that. Big fan. Did I just crack the heath? The wind spec. Please give. Does not play multiple green. Well, with your green and white mana, I assume you're not playing Mana Tithe. Time for Handsome People to dance on their graves. I agree. Double removal spell and Uro sounds. And a Field of the Dead. We are about to overwhelm them with zombies. Are y'all ready for a concession? Factor Fiction? Because it's pretty damn close. I will take the side with the cheaper interaction. Thank you. Oh. I'm very tempted to just Mystic Sanctuary 1, 2, 3. Put Flame Slash back on top. Yeah. Put a max turn. Draw a card. Holy shit! It's Flame Slash. Wow. Just you're lucky when you're good. You're good. You're good. Boop. One of Snapcaster Mage doing his. Is this threatening at all? It's not, right? Go nuts. It's devoted. Killed one. What makes you think I can't kill another? Finale of Devastation. What if we didn't? Or if you want to draw a card, that's fine. This isn't a counter spell. Fine. They knew. They knew it was up. Field. Okay. Like a field. Back for 2. I've got blue, green. So can I get another green into play? Still have a red. I don't think I need it. I have a druid in there. We might be only playing one side of Uro here. Play blue. 1. I've got. That's fine. That's fine. Pass the turn. Got a lightning bolt if I need it. Overpronouncing T's. Skype. Also true. Now, it's funny because Anger the Gods not need to target at all. Just block with this spell skite. It's fine. Nothing could possibly go wrong. It didn't. Actually, somewhat problematic because if I anger, then they. But their butt. There's no butt. Suppose I could try to wait a turn and crank my blast zone. If they have double vizier, we're in trouble. Let's just get their druid out of here. Get their druid dead, and we also have Cryptic Command. They're gonna make. And let's shock land into play to get rid of it. Excited about this one. Excited about this one. Power of Devastation. Something more. Oh, it is. Finale of Devastation. So do I just Back to Fiction here? Probably should just counter draw. Wow. That's a that's a whole thing. All right, one. Actually, let's just play Uro. Nope. Looks like my opponent can see. Understood. Got him. Got him. All right. Do I want to change up my sideboarding at? I do feel that Force of Negation wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but I also like my main deck configuration, so let's just stick with it and get all the things we need. What is up, Larynx Punchworthy? Hola, mi amigo. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Está bien? I've been doing Duolingo for like 11 days. Oh man, I worked in Mexico and Caribbean. Worked with multiple Spanish. Also studied Duolingo for multiple months. So I'm pretty much an expert. You know how it is. When you're in the industry, it's just different. Is what I'm saying. Not that you're not good at what you do. It's just that I was in the industry. It was the first day I felt like I couldn't handle anything because that feeling. Well, fudge. You learn from all the pirating you do. I mean, the most important thing that you learn is where the rum's gone. All right. All right. We got a little window. And if they have Vizier and Veil, we're just dead. Hopefully this matters. Oh, shit. No. They don't need the Veil at all. Oh, fuck. We're so... Eldamri's Call. You don't have natural Vizier. Alright. I have to assume that their payoff spell requires colored mana, and that is in any way relevant. Fuck. Turn 3 combo. Yep. My control deck cannot possibly. Ooh, that feels good. Maybe they don't have it. They had the combo, but they didn't have the payoff. There's only one conceivable out. This is gonna give their creatures +20/+20 and gain. Oh, fucking gain haste. Yeah, nothing matters. So I think I probably should have kept Force of Negation in my deck because Finale of Devastation is one of their win cons. In game one, their win con was Duskwatch Recruiter, so that made me think that I didn't need Force of Negation, but it is entirely possible that I'm supposed to keep Force. Food for thought, folks. Your Force of Negation. Also, I should have checked the top card of my library because our play could have been Growth Spiral Lightning Bolt if we top deck a Lightning. Also, I could have mulled more aggressively to a Lightning Bolt. The problem with trying to mull aggressively to things like Lightning Bolt is that if they have turn 1 um, Stepmom into turn 2 Devoted Druid, then I feel like this is most likely Niv Mizzet. There's a very good chance we're going to force their play. Do I think I need Nexus or Expansion? Expansion Explosion is way more useful early, but it probably won't be in this. We'll just Hanza Haha XD. Hanza with Misty Rainforest and Birds of Paradise? I don't know about that, brother. I mean, it's possible, I would say. You ever know these days? That it certainly could be Hanza with a very weird keep and a very more likely to. Maybe not. That looks like Panza. Wait, maybe it's god awful Bant Karn to Fairy Uro pile. I mean, hey, you say god awful, I say deck list after my own heart. Speeve is a god. Good call, Speeve. Like you were right on the mark. Oh, they're hitting all their land drops, and my 27 land deck is just stalling out here. Gilded Goose. They have Sprawl, Goose. Oh, this has got to be Winona. Winota? This has got to be Winota. Oh no, they're on the 80 card deck. Game 2. This is the 80 card Naya Kiki Cord deck. This is the 80 card Urian Naya Kiki Cord deck. I think it plays exactly one Gilded Goose. Alright. So Anger seems banging. One of Ashiok seems fine. Aether Gust seems plus. Slash. I know it needs. Shark Typhoon actually seems like Expansion Explosion's not all. Nation's probably very medium. Don't need the Flame Slash. Why do I need blue? Looks like we're against companions all night, baby. Speed the God. Holy crap, I finally drew Wrenn and Six. Wrenn and Six on the play. God. Damn, it feels good to be. But Wrenn and Six can't kill that. Wrenn and Six can't kill that, opponent. But if they play a Magus of the Moon, we're totally fine. This here. White, green. They just screw up? I don't know what they could be playing here. Nothing. Played nothing. Gotta be like Aven Mind Sensors crap. Nope. Okay. If I want to have Bolt up. No, I didn't. I'm gonna put the tap Cements into play, put the Foothills in my hand, then cast Growth Spiral on my opponent's turn, and then put the Wooded Foothills in. Tap land. I did not need to shop. Yeah, it's fine. They conceded. I think it's because they themselves on their mana by going Snow-Covered Forest, Utopia Sprawl, white, fetch snow. Which I'm okay with. On the draw. Ashiok. Good. Definitely want anger. A little bit slow. Magic in the air. All this romantic atmosphere. Disasters in the air. Can you feel the love tonight? Huh. I knew I could get you singing. Shut the hell up, Alex. Good song. And Elton John, brother. All right. Can I keep this? I don't want to keep this. Oh. Yeah. Thanks, Beeb. This hand is so much better. Oh my god. Can you believe we were almost going to keep that other hand? Hold on. I hadn't had an excuse to get it up yet, and this is the #1 reason why. If I have to talk about my previous hand, the only thing I could possibly say about it is...
That's so ratchet.
This hand is so much... Thanks, buddy. You're the new Roy.
Shut up, baby, I know it.
Always mull just to make it more of a challenge. That's what the pros do. I want to believe you. Let me tell you something about Modern, my friend. Let me tell you about something about Modern. Always be playing Modern the daiquiri or a margarita. Yeah, it's the turn. Steve is the new Roy. I'm not making another. Oh, that's a great quote. For anyone who's curious about that first quote, that was from when I was playing Harvest Moon 64 as a way to kill time. Oh, not what I wanted. Fuck. I wanted the Ketria Triome. God, I can't even play the Wrenn and Six anymore. God, I'm so bad at this game. Playing Harvest Moon 64 in between rounds challenge. My horse was not smart. Playing Paper Mario 1000 Year Door, it's a fun time. It is the best video game I've played. Please play a 3-mana spell. I love you, opponent. Did you know that I loved you, opponent? Do you ever know that you're my hero? Boing. I love remanding 3 mana. Please, can I draw land in my 26 land deck right now? Son of a... God, why did I have to screw up my fetching? Could have a Wrenn and Six in play right now. Could have a Wrenn and Six in play right now. Please play a 3. Because I... Like to draw the land now? I'll take it. I'll take it. And you the screw tonight. Paths their own Wall of Lost. This is terrifying. So are they setting up to double Blood Moon me? We're gonna hit it with the 3rd Remand. Then we can Aether Gust it next turn. I suppose I could have cast Growth Spiral instead. Yeah, there's land, and there's Blood Moon, and then we're gonna care really. Let it resolve. I don't want to let it resolve because I wanted to cycle the Remand. Mother trucker. Can we just can we appreciate this crap for a second? I want to hit just any land. I'd like to hit any land here. I just want to sorcery speed cycle. Thank you. That's actually one of the best ones. In the next turn, I cast Aether Gust and Wrenn and Six, and we start going up on lands. Ah, oh, we could have done this like a million years ago. It would have been tremendous. The growth on the land base. I mean, nobody ever played lands like me. I've played 4 lands in 7 turns. I mean, it's just unreal. It's unbelievable. Everyone said it couldn't be done. And had the lightning bolt. I want to play Wrenn and Six. I have to Aether Gust, but then they'll be able to Blood Moon me, but I'll be able to Growth Spiral in response? No. Well, no, I won't. Gust, then play Wrenn and Six. Can't do anything. I almost feel like I'm supposed to go land past the turn. Because we can end step Aether Gust, Growth Spiral, then play Wrenn and Six Wilderness Reclamation, and that seems huge upside. I do need them not to have Veil of Summer, but they totally don't have Veil of Summer. Who plays Veil of Summer? Just a 2-for-1 for 1 mana. Bust into Wrenn and Misty. Hope there's no key. That's basically Witness is getting what? Pyromancer? Okay. That's fine. You want to go wide? That's fine. I've got Anger of the Gods in. Need you not to have a Veil. Son of a bitch. Oh! Oh! Wait, what? Okay. I thought they were targeting their Blood Moon. Why does it keep... Okay, it's just because Blood Moon is... Or, Aether Gust is targeting the Blood. So we get that. Get to cast Growth Spiral. Hit a land? Nope. Of course not. Of course not. How could we hit a land off that? Not possible. But we do get to... Wrenn 6. Wilderness Rec. I'll have 6 up. Do we just win the game? It has the turn. Begins combat. Let's tap their team and draw. I blame Murica for everything. That's a fair move, Alex. As a Canadian, you're entitled to that. Oh right. This is a... I forgot that I only Aether Gusted it. It's not gone for Spiral. Shit. I really want to regrow that Cryptic Command, but if I regrow it with a Mystic Sanctuary, I won't be able to play it. Let's go field. Shit, I don't have 7 different land names. Now Blood Moon resolves. I play Knight of Autumn and kill my Wilderness Reclamation. Jesus. Goodness gracious. Opponent is all kinds of red. Was a sad turn. Kill that. play this. What have I walked in on? Sadness, Roy. Sadness. Hi, Roy. You want a margarita? Lime, sugar, and tequila. It's delicious. Oh, time to take 8 damage. They're actually bothering to attack. Holy crap, they're bothering to attack. Wrenn and Six is definitely dead. Walk there, take 2, but I'm gonna have to stick for my wine for, well, someday soon. Someday soon we'll be able to spend time. Wow, that's a really crappy Fact or Fiction. God damn it. Blood Moon. Severed body part. All right. All right. All right. All right. Nope. So 0 for 2. First match was pretty close. This one was brutal. Definitely feels like a good deck. It definitely feels like the kind of deck I want to be playing. But getting beat out on good modern margins, but margins. If you're curious, Roy, we lost our first match to Devoted Druid, and it is a player that I know to non-stop play Devoted Druid, and they turn 3 comboed me. We had no possible for. We've also lost every single dice roll this league. Die roll. I just wanted a moment of silence. Okay. Give me Shadow, huh? Ah, not with one. And blue? Oh. Can't hope that hard. Bobble. Bobble. We're playing round 2. I came at the end. Oh, it was the 80 card Urian Kiki Cord deck. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. I never saw Kiki, but I did see Chords, Resto Angels, Eternal Witness, Season Pyromancer, Scavenging. Like, yeah, deck that can actually cast Kiki. Sacrilege. My opponent has Thought Seized my Growth Spirals twice. Or, sorry, my Force of Negation. Should I take that as a sign? Is Force of Negation the best possible card in this matchup? If I cast a Force of Negation successfully, do I just win the game? That's weird. I agree it's weird. But they're on a one-lander, so I can see why. I almost think that I shouldn't cast this Growth Spiral because I feel like they're going to have a Stubborn Denial that will otherwise be. But my main deck removal for a Death Shadow is only Lightning Bolt. So I feel like this. Thought Scout. We can remand if they have a Gurmangler, though, and remanding a Gurmangler is like the best feeling. They can't possibly stub it. Please play Gurmangler, then concede to my. I deserve. You deserve.
I mean, hello.
I did add him to the soundboard. That was him being added to the soundboard. Play the Sanctuary, put Remand on top. We can throw Spiral into. I added two different versions of Homer to the soundboard. There's Homer screaming, and there's Homer screaming and saying, ah! I mean, hello. Dan Castellaneta screaming. It's literally a work of art. Before he was on The Simpsons, or while he was on The Simpsons, he also did the voice of Earthworm Jim, the titular character of Earthworm Jim. And he had a that is 100% the same Homer scream. Earthworm Jim was also a successful video game franchise. Sure, let's call it that. Deaths. So if I growth spiral into my command here, I'm gonna get. No, wait, I won't because I'll have the extra. Nice. They can just play the shadow. Oh well. It is a 2/2 shadow, so maybe we can outrace this. When did he leave The Simpsons? He never left. He's Homer. He's Homer. He's still Homer. Wiki says it's about an earthworm in a suit. Correct. A robot suit. Also correct. Earthworm Jim is about an earthworm that has a space developed super suit land on it and is sentient. That's about it. That's the show. And Dan Castellaneta, I believe before he was, successful or popular with was the. It did not last that long, but it was pretty funny, and it's something that I knew about from my childhood. There was a Super Nintendo game. There was an N64 game. There's at least one Super Nintendo game, possibly more than. Well, you're in trouble now. That's a 5/5 swinging it. I know it looked like a 2/2. That's a 5. Yep. Ow. Definitely nowhere near 6. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I might as well force this because I can't imagine I'm forcing much. Well, better draw an arrow. I better draw an Uro. Don't stub me. I might literally die. Explore. The perils of playing a 27 land. And I could have drawn the Blast Zone there. Blast Zone would have been great. A++. Play a fetch land and end me. God bless it. I really want to like this deck, but I feel like it's betraying me. And I know I should not take the first league that you ever play with a deck as like indication of the deck is. Also feels like we have like no sideboard for this matchup. Like Ashiok is okay. Other than that, well, Nexus is. I swear Nexus is just like every single time I go to sideboard, I go, yeah, I don't need this here. Oh, Veil of Summer. Veil of Summer. Remand is probably less. Yeah, I think it's definitely worth a second league. I want to like this deck, which makes me think that I will eventually like this deck, but I gotta figure out the interest of it. But it certainly has not spoken to me like Iceberg did the very first league I played with Ice. Oh yeah, this is what I want to be doing. Assassin's Trophy with Wrenn and Six Emblem and Field of Ruin. Well, how could you know? Don't worry about it. Happy you're along for the ride. 4-mana enchantments around for a moment. I feel like other than this, the other thing that might be the most appealing to me right now is a 5-color dragon. 5-color dragon might be the rebound from the 1-mana colorless artifact, even though they used to be played in the same deck. So if they have a turn 1 discard spell, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna. They upkeep, cycle their Street Wraith. What? I don't even. I can't even. What? What? So I'm forcing this Thoughtseize. Right? Because then if the other discard spell they have is Inquisition, I'm not sure if they play right now, but I'm going to go get my Triome and then play Wrenn and Six and then IPG. I mean, we'll see. I mean, preventing them from losing the life is a big deal. And then obviously getting my Wrenn. I should have played my fetch lands in the opposite order because forests are way more useful to me than mountain. Shock for that I have to take it. Also a pretty good hand if they have another thought. They're definitely not set up for turn 2 Angler. I mean, they could have Fetch Land, Thought Scour, Angler. It's never Inquisition. But these are two very good 4-mana spells for me. They could fetch Shock. Suck. third Thoughtseize. On the plus side, I'm definitely going to have 3 islands in play, so I can definitely rebuy whatever spell I want for turn 4. Well, not what. I can rebuy the, I guess for. But we have Blast Zone now, so if they play Death Shadow next turn, we go play Blast Zone, crack Blast Zone. That's pretty. I hope they play 3 Shadows. Nope. Always the Clydesdale, never the Clyde, eh, buddy? We play Blast Zone next turn. I'll take 5, go to 10. Play Blast Zone, crank it to 3. Take 5, go to 5. Crank Blast Zone, go to 5. Yeah. Can't win the. Gotta find a way to deal with this Gurmangler. Unlikely to do. Oh, they hit the Wrenn and Six? Really? What? Why? What are you doing, opponent? It was. It was a subtle reference to the first episode. Second episode? Second episode. First episode? I don't know. One of the two. Because I watched them both tonight. Colligan's Command. The reference to my favorite character from BoJack Horseman, which is Mr. Peanut. I love and may be the modern incarnation of peanut butter. The dog of bone. I should probably play this before they and can have stuff. Intermittently, your voice appears to cut out. It isn't regular, but it's happened more than once since the stream. I'm refreshed. No. It's not you. It's not you, and it's not your side of the stream. All right. It is the uh noise gate. So I think if I all right. So you should be able to hear me now clearly. There's no more noise gate. Let me see if I can. All right, we're gonna take this pile, whichever pile has 2 spells. Filter noise suppression. Yeah. Okay, that one. Okay, do this. All right, you should be able to hear me now, and there should be some level of compression on the fact that my fan is usually audible in the background. So my opponent now knows that I have Lightning Bolt. If they have Thoughtseize, they could Thoughtseize and take my Lightning Bolt. And if they don't take my Lightning Bolt, they die, which is pretty great for me. So let's see where they go with this. They're going to attack, sure. TBR will not kill me. TBR plus Bolt won't kill me. Who's that dog? I do have that song on my computer for reference. Mr. Peanut Butter. Knick-knack, paddywhack. Give a dog a bone. EOT Thought Scour. Sure. If they have Temur Battle Rage and Stubborn Denial, I literally cannot win the game right now. Yeah, I couldn't tell you, Roy. I left my forces in though, right? So there is a way I win this game. If they TBR, they didn't have it. Okay, good. So we can go field there. Is it red they don't play? It is red they don't play, right? They play a blue basic. But I suppose if I wait until next turn, I can get multiple zombies from my fetches and my Field of Ruin, which might be relevant. Red is their splash, okay. But I think doing the Fact or Fiction now makes sense. If they stub me, it's fine, because next turn we go play a land, get a zombie, crack the land, get a zombie, Field of Ruin, get a zombie. The stub in their graveyard. Sure. So am I supposed to kill the Snapcaster here? I guess he doesn't really matter. I think we ignore the Snapcaster. Oh! But if I play this, I don't have an extra land with a different name. So go play the Scalding Tarn, get a zombie. Crack Scalding Tarn, get a zombie. Field of Ruin, get a zombie. But I can also play Fact or Fiction. I can play Fact or Fiction, then Field, then Bolt. Yeah, I can. Let's do that. I really want this side. I don't have a blue card to pitch. It's probably going to be fine. Probably not going to be fine, but it might be fine. It could totally be fine, guys. Don't even trip, dogs. Don't even trip. Holy crap, that works. Shit, I already blocked. Wait, I can bolt and veil. We good. We good. Unless they have bolt. Doesn't look like it. Can't you just hardcast Force? I could, but they could stub it. Do you know they have stub? I don't know they have stub. I'm just trying to play around the correct number of things. They have 4 cards in hand, and Death Shadow never doesn't have the stub. So, like, Death Shadow never doesn't have the stub. I might as well play like they have the stub. Please let them cycle into the stub. Because now this zombie that's going to come into play is going to kill them. Who's that dog? Mr. Peanut Butter. I should get that on my soundboard if I have it. Kill the snap. Get the fuck out of here, you nerd. Boosh. Zombie successfully blocks. Get wrecked. I would like to win a game. Yes! Alright. I've won 2 games in this. It has trample. It does not have trample. They targeted their Snapcaster Mage with the Temur Battle Rage. They could have targeted their Grimangler with the Temur Battle Rage. That is what I was expecting them to do. It seems like that was what you were expecting them to do, and I agree it would have been a really good play for them, but that is not what they did. Call that a punt in the professional circle, Roy. A punt. I mean, they drew triple Thoughtseize in the early game, so maybe they thought they were unbeatable. But yes, there is a in the second episode of BoJack, there was a quote that I was watching it tonight, and there was a quote about it's wordplay. I think you have a very loose definition of the term wordplay, followed by no, it's just a working title, and it's like, yeah, well, it could be working harder, and that is wordplay, and God bless it if I don't love that. Because it is. And people describe things as puns all the time that are barely puns. It is a decent show. It is also bleak. If you are not ready for a show that is both of those things, do not watch BoJack Horseman. You should be in a relatively good place mentally. Or, like I have multiple times in my life, you should enjoy being emotionally destroyed. Yeah, the ending was also phenomenal. It is one of the best endings to a show I've ever seen. Opponent never doesn't have Thoughtseize. We do not have Veil of Summer. But they can't play Grimangler here, so I'm assuming that they're just holding their 1 blue for stub. They're already at 8. It's a yikes for me, dog. Okay. And here comes the zombie fish. With Stubborn Denial backup. Top decking like a leprechaun. That's funny. Say hello to the graveyard, Uro. Hello, graveyard. Yeah, I don't know if leprechauns are actually lucky, if they are the source of luck. But either way, I respect the sentiment. Breeding pool. No. This is such a weird board in for them, right? Am I wrong? It feels weird. So we're escaping Uro next turn, which feels good. Or we can. We have the option. Sure, yeah. You want to go to 3? Found it more weird that they targeted Snapcaster with their Battle Rage. I guess they were expecting me to have an actual factual removal spell for their Grimangler, which I did not have. And in Modern, of which there are very few. So they're off their red mana. This is nice. I am a fan. I'm a flan fan. I'm a fan of flan. Fun to eat, fun to say. That is a Scrubs reference from anyone who is paying attention. What removal hits Angler but doesn't hit Snap, though? Drownlock? Terminate? Flawn? Isn't it pronounced Flawn? It might be. I not an expert here. Not a Flawn expert. Alright. Those hit Angler. Oh, you mean that don't hit some removal spell that only hits big creature. I don't know, dude. Okay. So I can Mystic Sanctuary back, Remand here if I want to. Or Factor Fiction? Another Factor Fiction? I just don't know if it's worth doing like at all. I guess Remand is better than a blank card. Wait, they're at 3, but they have a blue open. All right, so we'll put Remand on top, and the plan will be to win the game next turn, I guess. So put that on top. Cast Uro. They're gonna Edict me. They're gonna swing. I'm gonna have Remand Bolt and win the game. I don't know. We'll see. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. Alright. Dark Betrayal. Thanks, Dino Estes Rex. Dion Estes? Dion Estes Rex. What is Dion Estes Rex? I don't understand. This is not a dinosaur that I'm familiar with. What up, Doge? What up, Dino? Second Liliana? That's a good one. Oh! Man, you sure got me, opponent. Man, that's that's a beating. Yikes. How am I gonna... It's greased lightning. Is there... That's sad. That's really sad. I thought of Dark Betrayal, but I still can't think of anything in Rug. Fair enough. There must be something that hits creatures with higher toughness, right? Dark Betrayal's hilarious. Yeah. I can't believe there's not a card called Grease Lightning. Our opponent is Rutabaga. That is great. Alright. Can we keep this in the dark on the draw? I probably shouldn't. This is much better. Thank you, deck. Surprised there isn't even an uncard by that name. Maybe they're saving it. Maybe they're saving it. Greased Lightning is being reserved for return to Kaladesh, where they will try not to break energy the second time around. I agree with that hypothesis. Oh yeah, it definitely lists uncards. Uncards are magic cards. They're just not legal for tournament play. Like, they're definitely part of the I don't know, the zeitgeist, for lack of a better word. I also find it funny that the Cheese Stands Alone is functionally identical to Barren Glory. Well, Barren Glory was made several years later as an homage to the Cheese Stands Alone, and proof of concept that that card could be printed in black border. Like that's not a mistake, right? Barren Glory, they were like, wait, we can make this a real card, right? And it's like, yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. Like, okay. Which is funny because unsets have pushed the envelope on what unsets can be, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it lists legal Magic the Gathering cards, so like, I think it'll have them all. All right, we'll play Forest here, because if they play Teferi again, I might go Growth Spiral Snapcaster. Unstable wasn't one of the best retail sets I've ever drafted. Oh yeah, Unstable was a really good draft set. It was actually fantastically fun. Frognapper. I don't think that's the name of the card you're thinking of. Stoneforge. Sure. Frogkin Kidnapper. One of a black creature frog rogue. When Frogkin Kidnapper enters the battlefield, target opponent reveals their hand. Choose an online card. Ransom that card. What is MB? Monster Battlefield? Mystery Booster. Oh yeah, of course. Again, that's a real Magic the Gathering card. It's just not legal in tournament play. So my opponent is on blue-white Stoneblade. I actually might... I might like blue-white Stoneblade more than I like this deck. Gets to play Jace the Mind Sculptor into Teferi. My deck somehow is not playing Jace the Mind Sculptor, which just feels wrong. Sure. Well, shoot. Can kill the Stoneforge. The Batterskull will still come into play. I could Cryptic the Germ token. I think that's the biggest tempo gain. We just have to assume that they don't have Shark Typhoon or something similar to play. I think that's what I'm going to do, but this has the potential for failure. We'll let it resolve. It's also on my turn, so they could have Force of Negation for any part of this. Resolves. I don't know. I guess I could leave the German play for a turn. I don't want to. Nah. Whoop. Boing. Yep. Well, it seemed like a good play. Field. Oh, you love to see it. All right. This comes into the battlefield tap, though. Let's play Snap first and see if we just get to Bolt to Fairy. We do not. Okay. Play field. What? Ah, no! I had double breeding pool. All right, that's fair. That's fair. I fucked up. I did cold shot the. Okay, I did cold shot the field. I wonder which card they're interested in me not having. I have to take this pile, don't I? Yeah, why not? Why not is obvious. Because if they have counter magic, they completely take the wind out of my sails, and we're going to be in big trouble against their 6-card hand, which has a Batter Skull in it. It's got a goddamn Batter Skull. On the plus side, we've got a decent mana advantage going. Yeah. I was just playing around counter magic, though. It doesn't. I can't play counter magic. I literally can't play counter magic against their counter magic, so it's impossible for me to play around their counter magic. I have no ability to play around their counter magic. They have a Teferi in play. So I cannot do that. I literally have to play this Bolt and assume they don't have Force Negation. I have no other options. Yep. They had the Force Negation. Get to play this. I get to put whatever I want on top. I guess Cryptic, because they're not putting in... So we'll put in a zombie. Put the Cryptic on top. I can tap their team, bounce the Mystic Sanctuary, and then maybe... I don't know. I think that was probably wrong, but I also think I am in a very heavily behind position now. So, I'm not sure if it matters what I... Yep, thank you. They have a field. They forced my shovel, so it doesn't matter what I put on top, so it probably doesn't matter. So it didn't matter anyway. Yeah. They get to untap and get their Batter Skull here. So, we need to top deck one of my Uros, I guess. Haven't seen one of those yet, so... Yep. Hey, called shot again. So I can get rid of their Teferi with this. Sort of Feast and Famine is going to keep doing its work, but I guess that's okay. They even timed it correctly, so I couldn't get a land. Not like it was hard, but goddamn it. One of their last 2 cards in hand was friggin' Path to Exile. Yikes. Well, at least I'm playing it. Jokes on them, we're hellbent. I mean, sure. Oh, that's not a good Fact or Fiction. I don't know what would be a good Fact or Fiction at this point, but this is not great. I suppose it's not great for a number of factors that I know and they don't. So maybe it's okay. What I'm concerned about is if they have a mana leak in their hand. But there's not anything I can do about that right now. Yeah, just okay. Fact or Fiction with at least one more Uro would have been ideal. That's what I had my fingers crossed for. Yeah. Yeah, the fact that they had the Path to Exile for the previous Uro really slammed the door on this game. And I mean, it's fine. Like that's what their deck is supposed to do. I'm annoyed with how unimpressed I've been with this deck because I was expecting to really, really like it. And it has felt sadly underpowered for a 3-color control deck that's playing Wilderness Reclamation. Just consistently feels like Lightning Bolt is not a good way to be interacting. But then I haven't run into any prowess decks, which I feel like is one of the matchups in which this would be excelling. 4 Fact or Fiction has to be wrong, right? Well, this is the deck that topped, like, that made second or first place in a challenge 2 weeks ago. So, no, it doesn't have to be wrong. Especially with Uro. Yeah. Like, but that was for a specifically like competitive metagame that was very much focused around like Eldrazi, prowess, and other control decks. Wonder why the Nexus isn't in here. I think it's just supposed to be in there so that you can beat other control decks. So that like you'll never deck, I guess is the concept. Hey, how's it going, Pi? Lavaridge person has been on a disgusting tear with this deck. I guess they're just a master. How's doing? I's doing okay. This deck has been really disappointing so far. I think I might just have to go back to Niv Mizzet. That 80 card Niv Mizzet deck actually looked really great the last couple times I've seen people play it. Is this the best deck in the format? Correct. I don't know. Just like Is It Blitz, it feels way worse than what I've been playing. Like Shark Blade felt good when I played it. Shark Blade felt fantastic when I played it. This deck, I don't know. I want to like it. I want to like it a lot, and I just haven't been. Like, there's only 2 Wrenn and Sixes in this deck. That feels really wrong, too. Like, I feel like Wrenn and Six is the kind of thing that I want every game or no games, but not, like, a weird percentage. Why did you play Mountain there? Now I'm playing Tron because I hate the format. Yeah, that was me in the last Mana Traders thing, right? I probably should have played Field of the Dead. I definitely should have played Field of the Dead this turn, though. Because my hand has not been curving out. Now they're gonna play Teferi Time Raveler, and we're gonna be up at Creek. They did not. Good. What do we care about bolting without untapping, though? That's what had me confused. I mean, I just wanted to bolt the Stoneforge the turn they played it, so that I didn't have to waste the mana on the next turn. It probably wasn't relevant, and I'm probably not thinking clearly enough about these lines right now. Easy Cryptic bounce the field. Actually, yeah. Let's do it up. It's gonna be funny. No, it's actually kind of good. Son of a bitch! Can't even... I mean, I did want to play something there, and I kind of wanted that thing to be... What was the name of the card? Fact or Fiction? Personally, I don't think... Yeah, I don't think it's bad either. It would have been a Stone Rain. Needed to either dispute, I guess. Brainstorm. Brainstorm. You son of a bitch. Alright. Well, they're going to look at our top card. We're going to play Snapcaster. Actually, I could bolt and then snap bolt. And they cannot possibly stop me even with Mystical Dispute. Oh no, they could stop me with Force of Negation. They can still stop me with Force of Negation. Whatever. I'm hoping they Path to Exile this. Kind of. I'm terrible at Island, to be honest. I love Island. They're gonna have the frickin' Spell Snare, aren't they? They're gonna have the Spell Snare and they just reset the Mystical Dispute. Goodness gracious. Okay. Well, maybe Shark Typhoon for 4 can get us through this. Maybe. Main phase Fact or Fiction. I'd rather cycle Shark Typhoon for 4. Maybe they don't have any of their copies of Path to Exile yet. Or Cryptic Command. Because they plus Jace again. Which makes me think that they are feeling like they want to end the game quickly. And if there's a Path to Exile here, I'm not really upset about it. Okay. Shit. Didn't mean to click through that one, but that's okay. They can't decide what they want me to have with the Wilderness Reclamation, which is fair. I'm taking the Reclamation faux show. But unfortunately, I boarded out this card, which would be really, really good here. Opponent finally Jace Storms. Funny thing, I think this deck is supposed to be leveraging the mana advantage to like hammer these other control decks, but it just has not felt like it so far. But so I got 8 mana versus their 7. I really want to resolve this Wilderness Rec, so let's hope Factor Fiction or Remand is enough to get us there. This looks like a fact, or Cryptic. Nope. Opponent is reconsidering. They definitely put a Mystic Dispute in their hand already. So Cryptic Mystic is going to wreck me, in theory. Remand the wreck. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They had the Mystical Dispute in their hand. They were going to cast it. Nothing mattered. It just, I don't know. It didn't matter what we did. They had the out. Where is Gog? What is Gog? Gift of Genius? Factor Fiction. In the graveyard? It's right here. Super visible. Unless you're saying, why don't we draw another one? But even if we did, like, we just haven't had the mana to do that much. Like, I'm not sure what the person who's on a tear with this deck is doing with it, that they are able to so consistently dominate. Like, are they just, like, hard mulling to turn to Growth Spiral? Because I don't know. I want to like this deck, but it's just felt so lackluster. Like, I miss playing turn 2 Icefang Quaddles with Death Touch. Like, I understood that deck. This one, I'm not sure. And I understand the Reclamation decks from Standard and the Reclamation decks from Pioneer, but these ones in Modern, I don't know if I'm getting the rough end of variants, because we have a lot of, like, we had 2 1/2s and a 2/1, and we got stomped there by the Teferi Time Raveler deck, which feels correct. Like, they're playing Force of Negation and Teferi Time Raveler, which is really difficult. I miss Astrolabe. Me too, Nubs 1992. I would have played the few turns differently, maybe take the 3-card pile, 2 lands Cryptic, and try to set up Cryptic Bounce EOT plus Sanctuary. I mean, yeah, that could have been the better way to take it. I don't doubt it. Well, we're finally on the play on our final match. So maybe being on the play in the first game will be relevant. I do hate playing cards like Nexus of Fate in my control deck. Literal Ghost Quarter on turn 1. So this has got to be taxes of some variety. Some kind of taxes nonsense deck. Which means dropping extra lands into play will be super useful. Might be Vile Titan that Fran's on. Could be. Still a deck that needs luck. If you miss Fractal Fiction, you hit your cards. It might be the wrong order, you lose. Yeah. Yeah, it might be Vile Titan. That's possible. I mean, my assumption from these two cards is that it's going to be some variety of Lean in Arbiter. Oh! Nubs 1992 with the 6 snipe, in theory. We'll see. Blast Zone, their Aether Vial sounds okay. What on earth is Vile Titan? I assume it's Amulet Titan, but it's playing Vile. To what end? I don't know. Let's find out. Edge against Gust. Are they gonna put Vile to 6? Is that what you're telling me? More toolbox stuff. So they play like Fierce Empath and like... Yes, of course. What do you mean, of course? I don't think that's an of course. I don't think the fact that my opponent can put Aether Vial on 6 is an of course. I assume... I believe you're serious. I'm not saying you're not serious. I'm just saying I don't think you can say of course. Blow up Aether Vial. Their mana is horrid. Alright, well, if we get to EOT and we haven't had to spend any mana, we'll probably blow up their Aether Vial. Dryad. I really don't want them to have the extra land drop this turn, though. But if I don't destroy it on the next turn, they're just going to be able to use that, so to drop in the Dryad. So counter plus bounce Vial. Shit, I could have done that. God, why am I so awful tonight? Just a weird deck, weird play patterns, and I'm playing a deck I hadn't played before. Holy crap. They're playing Sakura Tribe Elder? So I guess they're not playing Amulet. I guess? 2 copies. Okay. 0 amulets. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm going to assume that they are a better field of the dead deck than I am. Nylea Keen-Eyed. Creature spells cost 1 less. Reveal the top card of your library. If it's a creature card, put it in your hand. Otherwise, you may put it into your graveyard. Wild. That is wild. Alright, well, we're going to go reset our Remand, because that is definitely something I need to do right now. Nylea is insane in long games. I can believe it. I just read the card. Seems good. 3 mana instant speed. Potential draw. Especially in a deck that can, in theory, put a lot of mana into play. So this would be, if they play Dryad, we go counterbounce for sure. What? How did they? What? Oh, it makes shit cost less. Right. Oh, whatever. Maybe good. Please. Yes. Boosh. Baboosh. Flagstones of Trocare. Yeah, that's a card. Did you ever end up playing that Temur Emerge list? I did not. I still have it. I think I still have it up on my browser. Yeah, I do. It's right here. but I did not end up playing it. It's on the backbench of things I would like to do, but there's just a lot of decks I want to play right now, and that's just not high up on the priorities for me. God, you know what would have been really good this whole time? Like a Wrenn and Six or like a Jace the Mind Sculptor. That would have been good this whole time. Tireless Tracker. Play Remand, and then when they play it a second time, play Factor Fiction, I guess? Sure. This seems bad. Prime time. It is not prime time. They could have played prime time, but they did not. We put Cryptic back on top. We're going to respond to it by playing Factor Fiction. See, I like the decks I was playing before with Uro because Uro was like the B plan. I think with this deck, Uro is supposed to be the A plan, which is really awkward. There's 2 Wilderness Reclamations, there's 3 Uros, and then, like, largely speaking, there isn't, like, anything else that wins the game. Feels like. Next turn, 7 mana, Explorer, go. Possibly. I think I want to save the Explorer for after I have an Uro in play. And by Explorer, we're talking about Nexus of Fate, which actually literally lets you take an extra turn, which is way more powerful than an Explorer. But Explorer is what Nexus of Fate is at its absolute worst. Holy crap. Double tracker. They can Ghost Quarter their flagstones and get 2 Tireless Tracker triggers times 2. 4 clues. This many. Yep. God bless it. So many clues. So many clues! I really hope they don't have a main deck out to Uro plus Cryptic Lock. At its worst, Nexus is a marked card. Zing. No, it's a mountain, dude. It's a mountain. Always use a mountain. As a head judge of a standard tournament, let me tell you, we always use a mountain. So it won't be marked. They play Bajuka. Thank you. Thank you for destroying my hope. They don't have any way to tutor it right now. And we will be able to counter a Titan, in theory. And a reason why they use a mountain specific... No, there's no reason. You could use any non-foil Magic the Gathering card as the proxy for a Nexus of Fate. But there was a precedence set in the beginning of the Nexus being played in tournaments era where a head judge used a mountain. And it just became like the thing. Like you use a mountain. You just use a mountain. Always use a mountain. Why not use a mountain? There's no reason not to use a mountain. My favorite justification for anything. Bruh, it's tradition. I mean, sure. I'm just saying, like, there is a precedence for using a mountain, and there isn't a precedence for using any other card. So, and mountains are readily accessible, and it's funny. So, why not? Ruling question. Am I allowed to play a half foil, half non-foil deck in an REL competitive tournament? Yes. You are allowed to play. You're allowed to play a half foil, half non-foil deck in a competitive rules enforcement level tournament, Pygonti, as long as they are not marked cards. The issue is that most foils end up being marked cards, even though they clearly shouldn't be, because they're put out by the same company that puts out the non-foil cards. That's his list from the other day. I will look at it after the fact. I do not want a competitive advantage while I'm playing here. I think just the idea of my opponent playing Vile Titan is probably enough information. So right now they don't have any instant speed way to put a land into play. Thalia, Guardian of... that is such a dick move. But I have double Cryptic, so it's okay. Oops. Just want to buy all the Goblin foil cards with different arts to make opponents tilt. Nice. There's definitely a way to tilt opponents. I really like the invasion block ringleader, where he's like leading the goblins off a cliff. I think that's really funny. Okay. Okay. They're one devotion away from their Nylea coming online. Okay, see how I said we weren't going to use the Nexus before? That was wise. Also, a reason not to throw 400 euros on 7th edition foil matron. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, baby. Ooh, baby, a triple. That is one of the number one things, by the way, Roy, that I can hear our good friend Liam saying hilariously. Oh, baby, a triple. Just like super deadpan. Hey, we're finally going to do our next thing. It took literally all league, but we're finally going to do the thing. Wilderness Rec, trigger, play Factor Fiction, play Nexus, opponent will concede. No, yeah, Roy, you knew that. White border cards, when printed in foil, will have black borders. 7th edition was the start of it, but that is a thing. So I think I'm taking this side. Yeah, I'm definitely taking this side. But, so we can play Nexus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can Factor Fiction next turn with Snap Fact. Can't snap for anything right now. I could Cryptic bounce my Mystic Sanctuary to have another Cryptic, but that doesn't make any sense, so we're not going to do that. We're just going to have another Uro here. Another Uro attack. Wrenn and Six. There we go. Now I get to have field triggers. I love field triggers. My opponent's going to love them too. I also have a second Wilderness Rec, which is not bad. .jpg. My opponent has more clue tokens than they know what to do with, which I find funny. Whee! Where is it? We'll use the public access one. So the real question is, am I playing 3 Factor Fictions at the end step? And I know what you're saying. You're saying, Zach, that's not a question. And I would agree with you. That is not a question. We're going to play 3 Factor Fictions at our end step and hopefully hit our Nexus again and just cast Nexus again. Or if we're going to use the old clip, where is it? I have to be careful how much of that I use because I get copyright strikes for it. We found a second Field of the Dead. Well, this feels great. This is... Oh, no, clicked one too many. No, all my mana. All right, well, whatever. I could have gotten a lot more out of that end step, but that's okay. Castle Vantress. Like that card. Let's do that card. Boop, boop. Nice deck. Yeah, well, it would have been nice if I'd played it tighter, but I'm pretty sure we're going to win this game. We've got Cryptic Force of Negation. I'm assuming that they have no... We fielding before we pass the turn. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we should do that while they're tapped down. Yeah. No. You didn't need to clarify what we were going to kill. I'm going to be pissed if you lose this. Listen, bro. I, too, will be pissed if I lose this. I have a Expansion Explosion and a Nexus of Fate in my deck that will be instant kills from this point on if I am able to grab them. Also, I have double Field of the Dead, and I just killed their Field of the Dead, so I really shouldn't be able to lose from here. We're also up by 3 minutes somehow. I'm playing goddamn Reclamation. All right, we'll be back in 2 seconds, and we're gonna finish this up. Let's let them go to their main phase, see what big spell they have, and then wreck them. Wreck them. All right, what did they cast? They cast anything Primeval Titan. That seems like a good spell. I don't want that. We just have one. Hold on. I think I want to tap their creatures. No, I don't give a shit. I have 7 zombies. Well, I want to tap their creatures so that I can... No, I want to bounce my thing. Boing. We can snap Remand the second one if there's a second something relevant. Counterbounce Mystic. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Welcome, Penetron. Pentreon. Engage. What do you got, nerd? Cracks a clue. Sure. I'm sure that will be good enough. Plays Flagstones. Sure. You can have the biggest tireless trackers you want, friend. It's okay. I don't begrudge you. Cracks Clue. Okay. Do you play Path to Exile? Is that where we're going with this? That is the saddest Aether Vial I think I've ever seen. Turn 9 Aether Vial. No PTE. It says you. Maybe this player decided Path to Exile something they wanted in the deck. Vantress, bottom, and I don't know, bottom. Draw. Bang. Oh, I was really hoping that was going to be the Nexus. Okay, well, Mystic back, Cryptic, and then we could snap. But let's see, what can we pick up first? Blast Zone? I can't get this on 0 counters. I could get it to 3 counters, but only on my end step. So we're probably just suicide attacking with Uro to draw a card here, which seems okay. Should have played the Mystic Sanctuary first so I could get to draw the Cryptic Command, but that's okay. So we'll do that. Triggers. They're tapped out. Can't we just kill them? Oh, yeah, I could have done that if I was smart and playing tight. But we're not, so it's going to be fine. So before I screw this up, play Mystic Sanctuary, put Cryptic on top. To be fair pie, what we're really doing here is we're exploiting the way MTGO is set up, and we're going to bleed them for clock on our turn. Or on their turn. Because they're behind on clock. Why killing them when we can slow roll them, basically? Basically, the point is, I don't think they can ever... Yeah, see, they figured out that they were supposed to concede. They're tapped out, can't we just kill... No, it wasn't rude, it was ignorant. I was ignorant of the fact that I could just kill my opponent, as I usually am, unless I'm playing Niv. Niv is the deck where I see the burn 'em out lines. This deck and the other Uro decks, unless I've like been soaking in them, I usually don't find the just kill them lines. But I thank you guys for your patience. So Aether Gust and Ashiok seem insane here. I don't know if I want Crumble to Dust. It seems okay, but like... I don't know if I need any of this high end, but I definitely need some of it. I want to have Abrade OP? Really? I guess Bolt is pretty useless here, right? Because it only kills nothing. Abrade MVP. That's fair. No, no, no. What? What do I need to deal with? Sakura Tribe Scout? Thalia? They play a lot of stuff. I am aware they play a lot of stuff. Zach, just look at the... Fine. I'll look at the damn list. Holy shit. This cannot be the deck I just played against. I don't believe you. I swear they only played, like... What did they play? They played 2 Tireless Trackers, 1 Thalia, 1 Sakura Tribe Elder, and 1 Titan in that whole game? They didn't play any of this. They played one of those. None of this. One of those. None of that. What? I mean, okay. Okay. Holy shit. I guess I'm keeping my bolts in. Jesus. Alright. Factor Fictions. Let's board down a little bit. Ashiok, still a banger. Is it? No, probably not. They're only playing 2 Titans. I want Expansion Explosion. I kind of want Shark Typhoon. Trim some force. Oh, we can trim all the... No, we can definitely trim all the forces. They're an Aether Vial deck. No. You're right. Against humans or anything like that, you trim all your forces. Because forcing only Aether Vial is not... The second one was the one that Nubs1992 said your OP played. Okay. Oh. Are they noticeably different? No, these are the same list. Or very close to it. No, my opponent must have just had a completely mediocre draw on their last one because they didn't hit like any of those cards. Sure. Not great, but I'll keep it. They're definitely not the same list. They're very close. Today, both Duke and Sam Black posted articles about this deck. Okay. Hope it doesn't matter. It probably won't. I mean, they're very similar deck lists. I literally saw 4 Reclaimers, 3 Thalias, 2 Sakura Triballers, 3 Dryads, 4 Dryads, 3 Trackers, 2 Courser, 1 Eternal Witness, 1 Ramming Up X-Vader, and assume they were the same list. So, my bad if they're not. Like, the first 16... Oh, it doesn't have a Bellower. Oh, thank God. Well, good luck me. It has more Dryads. The sideboard is different. Okay. I mean, I believe you, but it's like, eh. They're so close, it's I don't know. Alright, we're gonna Wrenn and Six this Thalia, I hope. Has a Gargaroth. That's fine. That's like neither of those things really matter that much. But like most of the details are the same. I would describe them as details. Like some of the random one-off. Seems hilarious. The only way Titan can play in a meta of Aether Gust is with Vile. Yeah, I agree with that. Seems hilarious to me that the Grixis Wurza deck that I played last night 5-0'd. Someone 5-0'd with that deck list. I cannot. More pointing to the sideboard. I mean, I'm sure it's relevant. Damping Sphere, Celestial Purge, Aven Mind Sensor, Arasta of the Endless Web, Gaddock Knight, Path. I mean, a lot of these cards will be problematic for me one way or the other, so. Bye, Thalia. How's it going, my majestic dude? Kyle Murphy, you son of a bitch. Get in here. How's 1986 treating you? How is it being 3 years older than me? Is it good? Bad? Indifferent? They didn't fetch. They want to ping my Wrenn and Six. Okay. Now what? Okay. And then? Hey, how's it going, Brian? Now I want fancy ramen. Another day, another cup of noodles. I love it. Flagstones of Trocaire. Sure. What are you doing over there, bud? Are you okay? So I could ping Dryad and bolt it, which seems okay. But I wish that I had a better way to deal with this Dryad. I guess I do, because I have Cryptic. Let's go pick up Foothills. And we play Foothills and pass the turn. Better to Cryptic. Yeah, that's the plan. So I assume there's going to be a Titan. Counter tap. We might have to let the Dryad kill our Wrenn and Six, to be perfectly honest. Because they have 6 mana. I like Cryptic and saving the Bolt for the hate cards in their board. Well, I don't have the option to do one or the other, so. Or do you mean like playing the Cryptic on this turn? Because like losing the Wrenn and Six was basically something I couldn't prevent at that point. Shit. Wait. I could fizzle the trigger. However, that seems like a really bad idea with them having 6 mana open, so we're gonna let it resolve. Because a single Field of the Dead trigger is not the end of the world. Whereas we're just going to play Fact or Fiction here. Sure. Brian, I'm going to be late for our call, just slightly. But I hope that's all right. So we're taking this Wilderness Reclamation basically no matter what. Because that is how we're going to claw back into this game. I just wanted to get a deck in for tonight. And I thought it might go slightly faster, but it has not. Really? You know I play this card, right? Opponent, are you aware? Okay, they're not. Okay, that's fine. The reason why OP's deck is unplayable? I guess so. Pretty good card. Go end step. Trigger. Tap for blue. Untap. Gust that. See you. Game day bucket go boom. Come on, bail me, nerd. Nope. All right. I got 7 cards. I got the full grip. I got that full grip, mother trucker. Goes to combat. Yeah, I'll take 2. I'm good. This is fine. Did they top or bottom? Oh, they did bottom it. They play Eternal Witness. Eh. They got 1 card left in hand. They can't possibly play Titan. Get out of here. No 2-for-1s for you. Puts it on the bottom. Goodness. I don't know what that means, but I'm okay with it. Draw. Okay. So, reset Expansion Explosion. Yes. Play Uro. Does OP know he's in danger? I do not believe that they know that they are in danger at all. But they should do so soon. Soon they will know. Path to Exile. Do I want to shuffle here and lose my Expansion Explosion into the void of my library? That's fine. Play Typhoon was greedy. I mean, it was greedy. You're probably right to do it. I mean, they can't Path to Exile a Shark Typhoon. I'm gonna just say it out loud right now. You wouldn't Path to Exile a Shark Typhoon. We'll play it next turn, I'm pretty sure. That or we play like a super gigantic shark this turn. Because they have 0 cards in hand. They could play Titan and we can remand it, so I only need to leave up 2 mana. So what's the biggest shark I can have? Is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9... No, 8. I can make an 8/8 shark. Now they're hellbent. Yeah. Or we just play the Shark Typhoon. I want to hardcast the Shark Typhoon. I want to do it next turn. May have been messing with Monastery Mentor in Modern. Leave up 4 mana for Snap Gust. Yeah, I mean, we're leaving up all the mana right now. We're just going to hardcast the Shark Typhoon next turn and win with that. It'll be spectacular enough. They had the Golos. We'll just remand it this turn, and then we'll Shark Typhoon Cryptic next turn. Show those prowess deck who the real prowess deck is. Are you playing what is it? Seeker of the Away Game? I don't know why I like calling it Seeker of the Away Game, but I do. Seeker of the Way. Seeker of the Way seems reasonable against the prowess decks. I don't think you actually have to play it, but nope. All right, fair enough. It's an Esper Emery shot. What? You crazy bastard. I guess that makes sense with the everything. So we go Cryptic, bounce, Mystic Sanctuary here. Boing. Hey, I got a 4/4. I have an untested Bant Kinnan version. It also looks sweet. Temur Song and Pioneer featuring both Kinnan and Emery. Yes! Yes! We out there, baby. People are doing the thing. I have a plate of food getting cold, so GG's. GG's. I mean, I also wrecked them here, but, you know, they've got a plate of food getting cold, so they better get going. Alright, so Temur Reclamation. I think I should play more of this off stream. I think I should become a better Magic the Gathering player so that I can appropriately exploit decks like this that are in my taste. I think this deck does have something good going on. I agree that the 4 Factor Fictions are a little bit speculative, but I think you're just supposed to growth spiral into a powerful 4-drop in most games. This deck seems super difficult, to be honest, a lot of decisions. I agree with you. I also think that, like, we had a lot of rough draws that maybe should have been mulligans, and we had some, like, medium draws that maybe shouldn't have been mulligans. So, you know, one league is always a bad sample size. We also played against Devoted Druid that turn 3 comboed us out of game 3, where we reasonably, you could try to mull to Lightning Bolt or Flame Slash, but if they open on a giver or a giver of runes, then you just lose anyway. We lost to trying to remember, there was the second match was also a 1-2, and it was to something that was like similarly tight. We managed to beat Grixis Shadow, which is pretty good for a deck like this. So I do think that there was just like some bad shakes on variance, and that this deck is reasonably well set up. The one thing I would say is this like sideboard is really weird to me. Like 4 Aether Gust feels great, but like 1 Ashiok, 1 Ceremonious Rejection, 2 Crumble to Dust. I think this was probably set up for the specific meta we were seeing a couple of weeks ago, and specifically in a competitive framework. And that's one of the interesting things about playing one of these challenge decks in a single league, is you may hit only one of the 3 or 4 archetypes that this deck was precisely set up against. Because this deck was set up against all the prowess variants, Eldrazi Tron, and the blue control decks, Scape Shift, Sultai Control, Sultai Rec, and other Temur Rec decks. And we didn't hit basically any of those in this league. So always take things with a grain of salt. That said, the other deck that I'm excited to try out in Modern to see if it is my preference for the forthcoming future is 5-color Niv. This is the Fat Stack 80 card version with Urian. So I'm probably going to play this tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to record it immediately. Oh shit, this version has Kiki Jiki. Anywho, I'll see if I can find a version that's not playing Kiki, but that might be a sad reality of the current metagame. Anywho, thank you everyone for tuning in. Got a bunch of awesome people in here. Pygonti, Untwisted, that's Brian M, Jiggy Wiggy, my boy Roy, FSEP, and the Wusa version. Yeah. Anyway, I'm working on another project, so I have to hop off for now. But I will hopefully see all of y'all soon enough. And lots of love to everyone here. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your friends and family. All the people that you know in this uncertain time. Enjoy your Magic the Gathering. And yeah, see you guys.